the Black Lives Matter movement. Here's the thing. He's exactly what Louis Farrakhan is, a black Muslim. He's a black liberation theologist. Black liberation theologists believe that God is black and his son's name is Jesus, but he also had another son named Allah. So there's this idea that there are two separate religions who are similar, but they fight all the time. And this does happen. But why aren't we talking about things that are going on in Israel? I read a headline that said, teen at gay pride rally was stabbed amidst the pressure or something, amidst something about a Palestinian boy being burned to death. Now, I don't think that, because Israel is a very Christian country, very Christian nation. But I don't think that, here's the thing. Back when they were fighting, when Palestine started attacking Israel, Palestine would shoot their missiles and stuff into the air. And once it got over Jerusalem, it's like they just exploded in the middle of the air. Why? Because it's the Holy Land. Because God is protecting it. And all these Palestinians were just dying everywhere. Oh my God, so many Palestinians died. And then at the same time, they weren't talking about the Israel deaths. Then they said something like 120 or something. Some random number. The actual number is 0. Nobody died. Because they were never hit with missiles in Israel. However, Palestine, the Muslims didn't fare so well. But here's the thing. The Muslims hate Jews. And they hate Christians. And this is a problem. It's a huge problem. Because we have these people who are radicalized Muslims in America. Which, by the way, it's annoying that on the news, especially progressive-leaning channels, they're like, watch out what your children do on the internet because they could be trying to be radicalized by Muslims, people who are from ISIS. It's like, I don't think so. They don't just target anybody. They're targeting people who specifically are Muslim. But this guy's black. He can't be Muslim. Yes, he can. He's a black Muslim. And now I'm sure, there are a lot of people, just like with Christianity, there are people who don't follow the Bible, don't follow what the Bible say, and they're always, blah, blah. Just like with Islam, it says kill infidels. Like, well, killing's illegal. What are we gonna? How can I do that? So they don't do it. They can't do it. It's illegal. Just like there's so many things in the Bible that in the Old Testament they're like, yeah, but somebody got killed, blah blah blah. They get to that one place and kill people, and they go to that other place and they kill people. And it's like, you know what? That's the Old Testament. The Old Testament was before Jesus died. Or was crucified, whatever. And then, it was before he was born, I should say. And then after he was born was the New Testament. The New Testament is the time we're living in now. And things that we see going on in the Bible, that what the Bible says is going to happen in the end times, are happening now. However, they've been happening since Jesus was here on earth. But we can't, there's no way to figure out exactly when Jesus is coming back. However, he will come back in the right time. They're like, well, is he going to come back soon? And I hear people, in churches and stuff, they're like, these are the end days. He's coming back. These aren't the end days. Don't believe that. Also, while you're in church. Don't believe that drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes is a sin. Drinking too much alcohol, now that's a sin. Overeating is a sin. Doing anything of too much is called gluttony, and that's a sin. Like too much talking. I talk too much. Anyway, point is that they're saying Islam is not the problem. Islam is the problem. I'm going to play you this clip, full clip. First, I'm gonna play you the one with Louis Farrakhan talking about how they have to intercede. If the government won't intercede, they will take things into their own hands. And then we're going to talk about apparently 5 ways America is already socialist. That's weird. And abortion and Planned Parenthood, the GOP plan, by everybody's favorite group, because it's related. It's related. So I'm going to play you this clip.
I'm looking for 10,000 in the midst of 1 million. Listen. I'm looking for 10,000 in the midst of the million. Midst of the million. 10,000 fearless men. Who say death is sweeter than continued life under tyranny. Death is sweeter than to continue to live and bury our children while white folks give the killer hamburgers. Death is sweeter than watching us slaughter each other to the joy of a 400-year-old enemy. Death is sweeter. The Quran teaches persecution is worse than slaughter. Then it says retaliation is prescribed in matters of the slain. Retaliation is a prescription from God to calm the breath of those whose children have been slain. So if the federal government will not intercede in our affairs, then we must rise up and kill those who kill us. Stop them and kill them and let them feel the pain of death that we are feeling.
Okay, so I hope you caught what he said. He said white people are killing us. And so what we have to do is we have to retaliate by killing them because they're killing us. Which is, wow. I don't understand how this person, Louis Farrakhan, is even still able to walk around this country. Why is this man not behind bars? Why isn't he dead? Why isn't he behind bars? He's making terroristic threats against white people. All he needs is 10,000 out of 1 million. 10,000 to kill white people. Because apparently we're killing them. Police officers slay black people, and then apparently I didn't know I was giving them hamburgers, which to me it sounded like he was saying they kill black people and they make hamburgers out of them, and the white people feed them to the police officers. But here's the thing. I think the reason why this guy isn't behind bars, why he's not in prison, is because if they did that, they'd be like, people would be like, oh, well, you're a terrible person because you're persecuting him because of his religion. Because of his religion and his beliefs. But then Christians are like, I'm not going to make a wedding I'm not going to make a cake for a gay wedding. I'm not pro-choice. I'm pro-life. Life is good. Life is precious. And then they're like, oh, well, you're a terrible person. You and your war on women. War on women. The thing is, in our country, we have this problem where progressives, they can take small, if anybody can do this, actually, you take small little things. What happened? Here's an example. What happened right when the Planned Parenthood videos came out? Cecil the lion was killed. Planned Parenthood stuff was boom everywhere, and then boom nowhere. Cecil the lion. Cecil the lion. Who cares about a lion when we have babies being ripped apart? People say, oh, well, it's only like 8% of Planned Parenthood does abortions. It's only 10%. It's only 5%. I've heard so many different numbers, I don't know who to believe anymore. I don't believe anybody anymore. These are the things that tear us apart as a nation. We have the Planned Parenthood videos like, oh, this is bad. We need to fix this. And people were so against it. And then Obama says, I support Planned Parenthood. People are like, oh, okay, well, if Obama supports it, if the government supports it, then we're okay with it. It's fine. It's all good. Which is exactly what they do. They talk just like that, yes. They say, well, if the government says it's okay, then I believe it's okay. Because they're the government. And maybe they're right about something. They might be right about something. They just might be. And I'm sure they're right about some things. And I'm sure, Planned Parenthood, to an extent, serves a certain purpose in women's health. However, they do abortions. And it's more than 5%. It's more than 8%. It's more than 10%. It's almost all they do. They'll bring you in and they'll say, okay, you're going to have a session for counseling pre-abortion. And then we're going to start the abortion. And then we're going to have you come back in for the second part of the abortion. Then we're going to have you go to some other counseling to make sure that you're okay. Forget about the baby. Forget about the baby. He's already dead. So we need to worry about you. Are you okay? Are you okay? We're going to have counseling for you. And we're going to have a lot of things for you. But you leave with like 10 different sessions. I'm going back to that place 10 times. And, but it's all for the abortion. The abortion is what they do a lot of. And we see videos of babies being cut up on pie pans. Oh, it's another boy. I want a Ferrari. I want another Ferrari. I only have 10, but I need another Ferrari. Are you serious? Why don't I walk up to you, rip your limb off, and sell it on the black market? Because that's the same thing. That's basically the exact same thing. It's